What's good, y'all? Episode 33, Crosswalk. Man, this weekend. This was a good weekend, bro. This is a really good weekend. This is one of the weekends you got to reflect on when it's the summer and ain't nothing going on. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, like it was perfect, bro. I mean, the
yeah,
6 week break with no UFC finally ended, and then we got some really good NFL football. So I mean, we got a lot to touch on. I'm looking forward to it, and I know the
mhm,
chat is definitely looking forward to chopping it up.
100%. I'm sure they are. So we're gonna talk about UFC 4, of course. We're gonna talk about the NFL, the AFC and NFC championships, and then we're gonna preview UFC 325. So a lot to dig into. So if you're new, if you're just popping in here, or if you're watching us on the rewatch, make sure you like, subscribe, and share this out to everybody that you know, so we can get more people in here chopping it up with us. But before we dig into anything, this is episode 33, so I know you got a number 33. That's easy work.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go with the one that's the obvious one for me, man. I'm gonna go with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. 6-time NBA champion. I think 19 or 20-year All-Star, 3 national championships in college, retired the
Mhm.
all-time leading scorer in the NBA. And I think a lot of times, honestly, he doesn't get the credit he honestly should in the GOAT talk
It's
because I
true.
don't care who you are, he's top 3 with
At
anybody. And I
worst,
mean,
at worst,
absolutely. And his resume holds up against anybody's.
it sure do. It sure does. All right, that's a good one, man. I didn't know if you were gonna say Kareem or if you were gonna say Larry Bird, because you could have went Larry Bird on that one too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, but for number 33, man, I gotta go Tony Dorsett, bro. Tony
Tony
Dorsett.
Dorsett. Okay,
Tony Dorsett,
okay.
man. 99-yard touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Obviously a cowboy, of course. Makes
I
sense. Makes sense.
mean, but he a real one, man. You know what? Honestly, if I had to pick a cowboy as a starting running back for one game, I think I'd pick him over Emmett.
Really?
I think I would. Yeah,
Man, Emmett is Mr. Cowboy, dog.
he is, but I don't, man. I think that Tony was a little bit more explosive. But if somebody pick Emmett, obviously you can't go wrong with the all-time leading rusher. So
Absolutely. And a
but
warrior too, dog. I don't know if you
mhm,
remember, but that playoff game where he had to separate his shoulder and like
mhm,
played through it, bro. Like,
yeah,
yeah, Emmitt Smith is a real one, dog. I actually got a chance to meet Emmitt Smith when I was
yeah,
a kid, bro. Like he was in the league with the Cowboys at the time, bro. I actually have a framed picture with Emmitt Smith and my mom, bro. Like for real.
that's crazy. Yeah, no,
Mm-hmm.
I've never met the dude, but obviously, he's a legend.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's jump into UFC 324, bro. I mean, there's a first of all, before we even jump into the actual card itself, what did you think about the presentation, this being the first Paramount show? Like how it I guess came off, anything that was different from the original pay-per-views from last year. What was your take?
So going into it, I was expecting there to be, some teething issues, first time jitters, all that. There were definitely things I liked. The little cold open with Brent Musburger, dog. Like it gave me those college football vibes, man. I was
Yeah.
already ready at that point. I think some of the things I also noticed, and like I was streaming during the event. So when you're streaming
Mhm.
and you're interacting with the fellows on the chat and and the chat, you miss out on a lot of it. And I
Yeah.
think the biggest thing I was seeing from the chat was just the ads and the pacing. Those are like the biggest 2 things like you kept seeing from people.
Yeah. The pacing was rough, but I guess I need more information to know if it was because of the change in the way that they broadcast it, or if it was due to them missing so many fights. I think it was
Mm-hmm.
4 fights that were off the card. Like, it's a lot of fights to make up for, so there's a lot of downtime and all that. So, but yeah, all in all, I mean, I think it was cool. There weren't too many crazy problems. I mean, there was mistakes. There were mistakes during the broadcast for sure. Like at the very beginning, they were showing the wrong fighter while Bruce was
Mm-hmm.
introducing them. So
Mm-hmm.
mistakes here and there, but all in all, I mean, I think you asked me to grade it, man. I give it a B plus. I give it a B plus.
Okay.
It's passing. It was good. It was good. Yeah, but I mean, as far as the way things are going, what do you anticipate being different, like going into 325 as far as like the way that they broadcast? Anything different or
So so I think the pacing will be better, especially if like the card holds together. Cause just like you saying, they had to eat up a lot of just dead space.
yeah,
Um Also, I think they're gonna get a lot of feedback from the community and the audience, and they're probably gonna try and make some changes like on the fly for sure. But I mean, I'm the fact we got another numbered card the following week is
yeah,
crazy. So I'm definitely here for that.
yeah. Before we jump into this thing, do you see this in the chat?
I do.
I think his name is Omerto. He said, "Why does dude at the bottom look like Tony Hawk?"
I gotta be honest. I've never gotten Tony Hawk before. That's a new one,
Tony Hawk is
man.
the whitest of the white.
No, exactly. Dog. Like what? And of course, Grimy come in and says Black Tony
Black
Hawk.
Tony Hawk, dog. Yeah, and then what Tahunga said is that bald head Snoop. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's the usual one right there. That's the usual one.
he said, "Nah, regular Tony Hawk." Like you tripping? Tripping, bro. All right, so let's start at the top of the card, bro. Justin Gaethje does kind of what we talked about, what we thought he was going to do. According to the pick sheets, I think it was us two and maybe one other person that went with Justin Gaethje, which I didn't even understand why he was that big of an underdog, to be honest.
Same.
But what did you take away from that fight?
Really just what we talked about. So going into it, obviously we all knew Paddy Pimblett, very dangerous grappler. But just like I was telling you, man, I thought he was going to have an issue actually getting the fight to the ground. And that's exactly how it played out, man. Like Justin Gaethje's takedown defense was very under control. And even when it looked like Paddy was close to getting the takedown, Gaethje would do what he needed to do, get that space, and just shut it all the way down. And then he had he did something else with that front headlock, and he would pretty much just pull Paddy to the ground and then just get some ground and pound in. And man, Justin Gaethje, bro, like he's just calm in the chaos, and you just could see he didn't respect Paddy Pimblett's power at all. Because Paddy Pimblett was landing in the fight. It's just Gaethje was just walking through it. And the power difference was really the biggest thing for me. And then shout out to you, respect to making the walk in the chat. You said Gaethje wasn't gonna throw too many leg kicks, and brother, you was spot on. So salute to you on that for calling that one. People were looking a little questionable in the chat last week. My man knows balls, but yeah, that's pretty much what I got in the main event.
Yeah, man. Well, one, Paddy, super tough, and apparently, like we were saying before, like Scousers, maybe they don't get knocked out, but they do get knocked down. And he got knocked down a few times, and his face looked like Martin on that one episode where he got beat up by
Tommy Hearns. Yeah.
But yeah, bro, like it went exactly how I thought it was going to look. Now, what I will say, and this is kind of shout out to UFC Locke Vincent. Gaethje didn't show me anything in there that makes me think that he has any shot against Ilya.
100%.
It showed me that he's still a warrior, and at 37, he can still beat the majority of the division. That's what it showed me. But Ilya is on another level, and that didn't change my mind at all. But what did you think about Paddy, though, leaving this fight?
So leaving the fight with Paddy Pimblett, like the guy's tough. I didn't know he was that tough going in. And I think this fight exposed like some of his issues in his game where he needs to work. He's got to clean up the striking. Like this dude is very wild, flings his elbows out, and Gaethje could just see the strikes coming. And yeah, that's my biggest thing. And then like that right straight, he would throw it, wouldn't be straight. It would be like a slap pretty much coming down.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to be the biggest thing for Paddy Pimblett, like the footwork and just his technical striking. He's got to make some improvements there.
Yeah, I agree. One, I definitely think that he belongs fighting at the top of the division. I don't think it's a fluke that he's up here. But that being said, like you said, he has a lot of holes that the top tier fighters are going to expose. And if he's not able to get somebody down, it makes him a little bit easier to fight against. That being said, that uppercut was landing. That uppercut was very dangerous. So he's
And
got
the
some
knee
tools.
too. The knee too.
Yeah, the knee too. So he's got some tools. He's definitely got some tools. So for me, his stock didn't go down. For me, I think that he fights another top tier opponent, and we'll see where he really is. But yeah, for Gaethje, I mean, there's only one fight after this that he really needs, and that will probably be his funeral, unfortunately. But he did show he still belongs at the top tier. So going to the co-main event, Sean O'Malley beat Song Yadong. Was it an impressive win to you?
So I think with the level of competition, like we got to take that into account. Song Yadong is a game opponent and definitely one of the best bantamweights in the world. This was a very close fight, and in my opinion, it really came down to how you scored round one. I gave round 2 to Song Yadong, round 3 to Sean O'Malley, and like round 1 was super duper close. Because I mean, Sugar was landing on the feet, and then towards the end of the round, Song Yadong gets that takedown, mixes in a little bit of ground and pound. It wasn't too much, but it just the way the round ended just left it very, very close. I don't think it was enough for Sugar to be like, oh yeah, he's definitely getting the next title shot. But as we're gonna touch on probably the other bantamweight fight on the card a little bit later with Umar. The way that one went, man, you don't really know. Sugar might still get a title shot. I don't know, but it's definitely a good win, though. Definitely a good win.
Yeah, definitely a good win. And Song just didn't do enough to me when he did get the takedowns to make it conclusive to take away the round. But Sean did what he had to do to win the fight. I think that it would have been interesting to see this as a 5-rounder. I wish this was a 5-rounder, but Sean did what he had to do. And so when it comes to Sean's place in the title picture, like he's got a hope against hope that Peter wins that fight against Marab. And I'm assuming they're going to do the rematch. Like he's really got to hope that that's the case, because if not, then it's got to be Corey Sandhagen next for him. Like I don't see any other way. What, dude? These chats are great.
Yeah, they on some other stuff today, dog.
Dang. But yeah, it wasn't like a, oh my God, he's the number one contender, there's nobody that could take it away from him type of performance, but he did what he had to do. And that's unfortunate for Song, but he's still young. But actually, while we're here, let's talk about Umar and Deiveson Figueiredo. That was a lackluster performance to me. Like nothing about that was like a definitive win. And I still look at Deiveson Figueiredo as an undersized bantamweight. But what did you see in that fight? Anything to convince you that Umar is next?
I'm gonna be honest, like nothing about that fight convinced anybody of anything. Basically, what it looked like to me was that Deiveson Figueiredo being the guy coming up, the older guy, it just looked like he didn't really want to like risk much. Like he wanted to play it safe. And I think he could tell that Umar was a little faster than what he was expecting. And he knows Umar got all the skills, and you got to be careful. And when you're going up against, an opponent that's dangerous everywhere, man, it's going to make you more careful. And I think it was just one of those things where he didn't really want to risk it and lose brutally or get in a really, really bad position. And at the same, what ended up happening, he just could never pull the trigger.
Yeah. And that was apparent. Yeah, they're gonna have to fight another person, or Umar is, because that wasn't it. That was not it for me.
Maybe you could do Umar O'Malley.
I mean, I guess you could.
Nobody else is nobody else for him to fight. Umar already beat Batista. O'Malley just got his win. Umar beat Deiveson Figueiredo. He beat Corey Sandhagen. So I mean, it's pretty much just them two left, really.
That's very true. Very true. I don't want to see it because it sucks for Sean.
Yeah, it definitely would suck for Sean.
That sucks for him. Before we go to the next fight, let me look at these Paddy showed he had chances to beat him. He did.
He definitely did. He
He did.
definitely did.
Grimy, talking about the Martin reference. I mean, come
Some of
on.
them.
I mean, we gotta do that. What's up,
Of
Lane?
course, Grimy. No, he up there in Michigan. Of course, what's
Yeah.
going on, Lane. Good to see you as always.
Yeah, Grimy said the third round was impressive for Sean O'Malley. It was. I mean, that he's a champion, and he's been in these situations for, when he's in front of a person like Cheeto Vera that's not going to go anywhere, and not going to give him anything. Like, I think he learned something in that fight, and that's where it pays off in these other fights after that.
Yeah, and also another fight too, I think really, really like showed who Sean O'Malley was the Peter Yan fight, because
Absolutely.
like both guys were landing, both guys hurt the other guy, and he had to dig deep and find something inside of himself to see how bad he wanted it. And I think that experience definitely paid off in this Song Yadon fight too.
Yeah, no, I think so. Grimy said he was still waiting on the O'Malley versus Sandhagen fight.
Yeah,
I think we all looking for that one. I think we all looking for that one. So the Waldo Cortez Acosta versus Derek Lewis fight. I didn't even really want to talk about this one, to be honest. But
bro, I'm gonna be honest, dog. I legit think Derek Lewis quit, dude. Like that punch that dropped him, it looked like he barely got touched, and he just dropped and just curled up in a ball. I'm like, what? And then because at first, sometimes it happens so fast. You like, well, maybe I didn't see it too well, and I saw the replay.
Yeah,
I was like, bro, he barely got touched. It kind of reminded me of the when Taitu Avasa knocked him out with the elbow. Like, I thought that looked very strange as well. And I just think Derek's one of those guys, when he gets a little bit of adversity in there, gets hit a little bit, he don't want to be in there much longer.
Yeah, it definitely looked like he quit. And that's why, like, like in the description of this video, I put, "Is he done?" Because, dude, it just feels like the desire for him to push further in some of these fights, like, that thing is gone. That dude that was losing against Volkov, that went out and knocked him out in the third round, like, I haven't seen that guy.
Yeah.
And because I just don't think that Cortez Acosta is better than him, even at this age. I really don't. I think that Cortez Acosta is good, and he's definitely shown that. But I feel like when he starts to fight the real top tier, it's gonna look a lot different than what it looked like against that dude. And I was hoping that Derek Lewis still had something left in him to show him that, but nah, apparently not.
I mean, but honestly though, man, Waldo Cortez Acosta, man, this dude been super active. He on a big time win streak. I mean, he gonna be a number one contender potentially very soon. I mean, it's literally between him, Volkov, and that's probably it. Really,
I think he needs to fight Volkov. He called out Curtis Blades. I think he needs to fight Volkov. I think that's the person for him to fight.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Or he can just throw the eye patch on and then try and fight for the title.
He could. I don't think Tom's gonna be fighting for a while.
That's how I was looking, man. Did you see that video where he said, "I'm catching strays early Sunday morning"?
Yeah. Hey, man, that's the way it is. In the chat, Grimy said you could have Zahabi up to fight Umar or Sean.
I'm gonna be honest, man. I know he's ranked up there, but what are we really expecting out of Zahabi? I think he's like 36, 37 already.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. To me, him and like Jasmine Jasdovicius, who I feel like they're in the same boat where they're really good, but they're also further along in their careers where it's like everything needs to fall right for them to make it work. I just don't think it's going to happen. And they don't have anything that's devastating enough to get them over the hump. Like, they got to go and fight 15 or 25 perfect minutes to win. And whereas you got other fighters who can fight terrible for 10 minutes, but they got some equalizer that can flip it, and they just don't have that. And so Like, I just feel like when they fight the upper echelon, and we already seen it with Jasmine, when they fight the
Mm-hmm.
upper echelon, like, bad things happen to him. And I think that Sahabi is primed to be a person that gets knocked out when he fights somebody at the top tier.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense.
Yeah. What is Grammy talking about? He said,
Talking about Adam 22. Yeah. Grimy. What they said about that was his wife lasted longer than he did.
that dude's never gonna leave that down. He's never gonna leave that down.
Bro, the dude beat him up, and then that's just wild. That's just wild to me.
Dude, he go to church and people be talking about that. Nah, he's in a bad situation. All right. Anything else you want to talk about for UFC 324?
We can touch on maybe Arnold Allen, Gene Silva.
Oh, good Lord, I forgot about that fight.
Atiba Gauthier we can touch on as well. I feel like it's a little bit we still can touch on because I know with the Arnold Allen Gene Silva fight,
Dude,
man. To me, that fight was so competitive, and I feel like Arnold Allen's fights, when he fights these high level guys, it's literally like razor close. Like it's super competitive. Both guys are landing. And I think Arnold Allen, where he goes wrong in these big time matchups is I think his output is just a little too low. Like I feel like if he just put a little bit more out there, he would probably like sneak or get around here and there where he'll lose that round and then lose like a razor close decision. But phenomenal fight though. And when Silva got on his back, bro, and jumped off, I was like, this dude is wild.
Nah, he's nuts, dude. Did you see Max Holloway's his reaction to it? That you couldn't even understand what that man was saying. Like he couldn't believe what he saw. Like it was nuts. Yeah, and I saw Silver Surfer meme.
Yep. The Silver Surfer. I've seen all that.
The skateboard, the one that Jordan posted.
Yep.
All that was crazy. But Jean Silva, he showed that he could win a decision. It doesn't have to be all or nothing for him. That's for sure. And Arnold Allen, man, his strength of schedule is so nuts, dude. Like the fact that he fought the Max Holloways, the Jean Silvas, and people like that on that level. He's coming up short, but dude, he's right there with him, and it sucks. It's kind of where Song Yadong might find himself in certain instances. Fighting the top of tier of the division and just falling short. But that being said, John Silva, man, he's a superstar. I think that he deserves a big name coming up next. I don't know who that's going to be, but I mean, I still feel like he's one fight away from being in a title. If he go and destroy somebody, dude, they like him too much, man. They put him right on.
True. They definitely like him.
Yeah. So, who else did you bring up? Oh, the Natalia Silva.
Bro, we ain't got to touch on that. We can scoot right past that.
Dude, I am such a person who's pro women's MMA, but man, look, that fight right there, that wasn't what it was, man. I'm glad that they didn't opt to. And it's funny because I said this to CJ earlier before the fight. I was like, man, I sure wish they would have made this like a fight night headliner. Man, I'm so glad they didn't.
Absolutely not.
Glad they didn't. Oh my God, dude, that was ridiculous. But that being said, I guess it's good for the division that Natalia Silva won. So
clear number one contender now.
Clear number one contender. Good for her. We'll see how that pans out for her. But I know you wanted to talk about Atiba Gauthier.
Yeah. So coming in, massive favorite, and we got to give a Russian dude he fought some big time respect, man. Dude got hurt soon as the fight started, and he didn't back down, man. He stuck to his game plan, used a lot of the kicks, man. The teeps to the body, the front kicks.
I know how you love teeps, but
yeah, bro, they were really good, and they were giving Gauthier, some problems like had him bleeding, and gave him a really tough fight. And I think it's really gonna help Gauthier, get that experience getting in there when he can hit
Mm-hmm.
guys and they can eat his shot, and he don't get easy finishes like that. And I think it's gonna be good for him in the long run.
Yeah, 100%. And like he's probably going to focus a lot on his footwork, being able to cut off the cage because Puliev kept on escaping out the back door. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
just as soon as Atiba Gauthier tried to corner him on the fence, he left the opening and he just go out to the side, blast a double
Yep.
a body kick, and keep it moving. So,
Mm-hmm.
but to be able to win and still learn, that's definitely a blessing for him. So we'll see how he goes in the next fight. I think he's going to be even better for. I mean, it's not a loss, but for being able to learn inside the octagon, that doesn't happen all the time.
Mm-hmm.
There was another fight that you mentioned too that I forgot.
I mean, we can definitely get into the NFL stuff. We can definitely get into that. I think that might be good for UFC 324.
Oh yeah, man. One more thing. Shout out to Charles Johnson, Marty B. Things didn't go well, but definitely know that they're going to return and they'll be the Marty B one. Man, really sucked because he got knocked out right at the buzzer. Man, that was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
That was terrible,
bro. The Charles Johnson one was brutal too, bro. Like
yeah.
he got hurt, and you could see it, bro. He was trying like, hey, like let me buy myself a little time, let me keep him at range, and man, Perret he couldn't miss him, bro. Like every time he would throw, he'd just catch him on the chin, man. He just get rocked time and time again, and then when the fight was stopped, man, he had no idea the ref had already stopped the fight.
Yeah, that one was disappointing. That was sad, and everybody, in the contest picked them too. It was crazy.
Yep.
Yeah. But that's the way it goes. That's a fight game. All right, let's dig into some NFL, man. So I know you streamed, man. You streamed during the what
The
was it, the AFC
Patriots,
Championship.
Broncos, yeah.
We talk about that one first, man. That it was in the snow, and it's understood that the element's going to cause some sloppy and weird football, but that was a rough watch.
Yeah.
It was a rough watch.
I mean, honestly, man, the defense really showed up, and then later in the game, once the elements started showing up and all the snow started coming down, you already knew what time points were going to come at a premium. Yeah. And honestly, in both games, man, I think special teams really maybe not decided the game, but the special teams play was huge because Denver had that fourth down call in the first half where they go for it and they should have took their 3 points because that early in the game, like the field goal, the ground was okay, field goal kicking was still okay. They would have had those 3 points and they end up ultimately losing the game 10-7. But I mean, offensively, you can't really say anything about either team. I mean, Drake May was 10-21 for 86 yards. Stidham was 17-31 for 133. The Pats ended up running the ball. They ran it for 141. But it was just one of those old school bad weather football games. Like, let's see who can get this win.
Yeah, man. I know that Sean Payton has got to be regretting not going in the points, man. That's such a big moment in the game. And I'm curious if there's a lot of factors into Drake May not, lighting it up. I mean, what can you expect in those type of elements? But I'm curious how that's going to play out in going into the Super Bowl. Is there going to be a bit of a hangover? I mean, obviously you're going to be playing in perfect weather, so that's not even a factor. But yeah, I'm curious how that's going to affect him going forward. But the defense, on the other hand, they should go into the game feeling really good because I mean they're playing lights out football for weeks at this point. So that part is good, but I'm very curious about the New England offense going into this game. But we'll see how that works. But on the flip side, the game that I thought was entertaining, extremely entertaining, Rams and Seahawks. Obviously, I was going for the Rams. I picked the Rams. I wanted Drake or Stafford to have like a Cinderella type of season. But dude, Sam Darnold, bro.
Everything. What can you say? Bro, hey, he showed up and he shut everybody up, bro. I mean, he literally went mano with Matthew Stafford. I mean, Stafford was 22 of 35 for 374. Sam Darnold was 25 of 36 for 345. So,
Yeah.
and they both had 3 TDs, no picks. So Sam Darnold was like, yeah, Matthew Stafford, you want to go down, lead a touchdown drive? All right, I get the ball. I go right down the field, lead a touchdown drive. And I mean, just when you think like one team got the momentum, the other team would answer, would respond. And it just was, it was kind of like a fight, man. Like this dude to land, the other side of land. And it just was back and forth, back and forth. And ultimately, the game came down to a special teams play in that muff punt. And it ended up being a difference in the game. You know, Seattle recovers that, goes in for the touchdown. And that literally is the difference. Oh, and then on top of it, the Rams not taking the points as well. They went for it on 4th down. Their second to last drive would have cut it to a 1-point game. And, you know, maybe you can get a really long field goal. You got a chance to win it, but then you're down 4. You gotta get it all the way to the end zone, man. I think a lot of the coaches are gonna realize in these big time games, you gotta take the points.
Yeah, man. It feels like it's, you know, it's monkey see, monkey do. You know, you see the Detroit Lions, you know, a couple of years ago being really successful, going on for 4th down. You look at the analytics and all that stuff, but like there's a feel to these games too. And I feel like in a situation like that, you know, in both of those situations, even with the weather, the circumstances on the Rams and the Seahawks part, like you got to go with your gut and just take the points when you can get them. Like it's just, I don't know. It's always going to be a way to second guess it afterwards, but I don't know. It just seemed very obvious to me. But and then the special teams, like you said, bro, like to be able to muff that punt at that point in time, like I don't know what he was thinking in that one. Like that one was pretty bad. That was pretty bad.
Yeah,
to muff that punt.
Yeah. Bro, the Denver decision to me was the worst one of them all. Like backup quarterback at home, your defense is playing out of this world. Take the points.
Yeah.
And it's so early in the game. It's in the first half. Take the points.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what he was thinking. I really don't. Even if he had Bo Nix young, man, just take the points, bro.
Yeah, like for real.
I don't know, man. It was a weird situation, weird decision on both sides, but I'm sure analytics went into it. And Grimy said they put too much into analytics.
100%.
Now it don't show in here, but he capitalized the ANAL. So, what's up, Daniel?
And Chrissy, good to see you as well. I know I missed that a while back.
Yeah.
And Meth Drinker, of course, he hits on the if Snoop was bald,
man,
right on time.
Man, it's it never ends, bro. So we're not gonna make our picks on the Super Bowl because we got a long way to go. We got 2 weeks before that happens. But did your mind change about either one of these teams from going into Sunday?
Yeah, like for me, it looks like Seattle's just a complete team because Sam Darnold is playing like a difference maker at quarterback, and their defense still flies around, plays very well. Mike McDonald's definitely gonna have that defense always ready to go. New England, for me, they just showed they're just a gritty, tough, hard-nosed team, and really the biggest thing I got out of the Patriots game is Mike Vrabel is a perfect fit in New England. I mean, this dude was at Tennessee. I think they made a terrible job in letting him go because I mean he just fits the culture and what they want to do in New England to a T. It has like those like the early Brady Belichick teams where they're gonna play defense and not gonna score a lot of points, but they're not gonna make mistakes, and they're just gonna be tough to beat, and they're gonna run the football.
Yeah, I agree, man. Vrabel was the team. The Titans should have never let that dude go. Like, never. That he was not the problem at all over there. But he went to the perfect place, and he's doing exactly what they hired him to do. and he's one game away. But as far as like things that I think are different, or I think differently of, is definitely Sam Darnold. Did you know that this dude was 21-35 before he got to the Vikings and led them to 14-3?
Bro, I had no
21
idea.
and 35 and it starts. And so people are like, I've talked to some people like offline, and they're like, when I bring up the fact that I didn't really trust Sam Darnold, heading into this, like that just speaks to it. Like he was 21-35. Like I mean, he lost a lot more than he won. And he was on 5 teams in the matter of 7 years. Like,
and come to find out, he's going to be the first quarterback out of USC to start in the Super Bowl. Never would have guessed Sam Darnold. Never would have guessed Sam Darnold.
He won't be the last. Caleb's going to make it there. He's going to make it.
I mean, it's crazy. It's been this long. All the quarterbacks came out of there.
That's true. That's true. But I mean, do you think that he's a top 5, top 6 quarterback in the league?
I mean, if he can get this win in the Super Bowl, I think he definitely pushes himself. Maybe I don't know if he's really in it yet, because I mean, some of the other guys in there right now, like he would have a Super Bowl. Josh Allen ain't got a Super Bowl, so I mean, I wouldn't say he's better than Josh Allen, but Josh Allen ain't got a Super Bowl. And then like the way he just outdueled Matthew Stafford, that's gonna age so well. So well.
That's true. That's true. I mean, who would you say is better than him? You got Josh Allen, Mahomes, Jackson, Burrow. I think those are a lot to be above him. Stafford, because he's still playing right now.
Drake May
retired yet.
Drake May?
I don't think Drake May is better than Sam Darnold.
Well, Drake May might be an MVP.
Dude, there's no. I ain't gonna say there's no way. He should not be.
I agree, but he could very well be MVP. Very well. I don't think he should. I'm trying to think who else we got at quarterback.
Who else is better than him? I don't think that Justin Herbert is.
You don't think Goff?
I don't think
Goff.
I don't think the Goff is. I don't think.
What about your boy? Dak Prescott.
Dakota Prescott. I don't think that Dak is right now.
Okay.
He makes too many mistakes in big moments.
Okay, that's fair.
And I wouldn't have said that going into the playoffs. I would have flipped them. Yeah, I think the Sam Darnold's better than him. But I mean, this is a legendary run, man. Legendary
run. It really is.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's anything else to take away from the NFL, because I want to give picks, but I don't want to at the same time. I gotta wait.
Yeah. We gotta hold off. We got a whole another week before Super Bowl, but we can definitely go ahead and dive into UFC 325 though. We can definitely get into that. Yeah.
Okay. So UFC 325, Australia, Lopez versus Volkanovski 2. I looked at the card. Have you done your video yet?
Yeah, the video's already out. It actually dropped it yesterday, actually. So that's out. Make sure you get on over there to the channel. Check that out, people. But looking at the card, I'm not gonna say this is a banger card, but there are definitely some fights on here I'm looking forward to though. What about you?
The prelims are you might have to look some of them people up.
Yeah, well, you got to think it's road to the UFC, like a bunch of those dudes. Yeah. So that's why we don't really know those guys on the prelims. But I mean, even still, there's not some bad fights on the like the Jonathan McAuliffe, Oban Elliott fight on the prelims. That's gonna be a banger, though.
Any Oban Elliott fight's gonna be a good fight. So I'm looking forward to that. Billy Alakina. Isn't he fighting on the card too?
Yeah, he's got Junior Toffel.
Yeah, that should be interesting. That'll be an interesting fight.
I don't think the Toffels handle adversity too well though in their fights. No. Like they are really good hammers. They are not good nails at all.
Yeah, they're definitely, both of them are front runners. But things are going well, man. Things are really going well. But when it goes bad, it falls all the way apart. But yeah, I didn't nothing really like super exciting. Obviously, I'm going to watch all the fights because that's just what we do. But nothing really excited me until I saw the Quillen Salkhild and um,
Malarkey.
yeah, Malarkey fight, Jamie Malarkey.
Yeah,
That
bro.
one I'm looking forward.
They sending Malarkey in there to be a sacrificial lamb, dog.
Right.
Because I
I
think
talked
he's
about
taking it on
what you
short
call it.
notice too.
I talk about Arnold's strength schedule. Malarkey done fought some killers.
For real.
Yeah.
For real. But yeah, I'm pretty sure he's taking this on maybe not like super duper short notice, but I think something happened with Salkill's original opponent, and then they threw Malarkey in there. But man, yeah, you ain't lied, man. Matter of fact, I'll pull it up right now and look at just some of the dudes this dude that been in there with. Let's
Yeah,
see,
man.
Mauricio Hufi, Nakbarat Hekbaras, Muhammad Naimov, Francisco, Jalen Turner, Michael Johnson.
Dude, I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's rough.
Nah, he's fighting some really difficult dudes. And he's good. Malarkey is good.
But you can't really tell because he just in there with dude and they end up beating him up.
Yeah. And bad too. Oh man. Like it's embarrassing. But like I don't know. I mean, I think he'll give a good accounting of himself in this fight. But I just think the Salkhild is different, man. I think that dude should be fighting to get into the top 15. Like I think he's that good. I really do. I think he can be a star in that region if they do handle things right. I think that dude's real good.
Especially if he keep finishing dudes too, he will definitely be a star.
Yes, 100%. Speaking of the lightweights, Fiziev against Rufi.
Yep.
What are your thoughts about this one?
Man, I think this is gonna be so much fun. I think these two is gonna be going at it. It kind of has a little bit of the Rafael Fiziev, King Green type fight feel, where it's two strikers, similar common opponent between both guys. Both guys beat them. Hufi, devastating spinning wheel kick KO. Fiziev went to decision, and I think this is going to be a beautiful display of some striking. You get that explosive Muay Thai for Rafael Fiziev, and then Hufi, man, this dude's like a right-handed Conor McGregor, dog. Like the similarities in their style, man. There's no way you can look at it and be like, this doesn't remind you of Conor McGregor. So that definitely is going to be a banger fight, 100%.
Yeah, I'm really looking at that one. It's going to suck for whoever loses because I think both of those dudes are so elite in the way that they strike, so creative. Yeah, and if Hufi is able to beat Fiziev, that's another person that I'm sure that the promotion really likes. They're going to get behind pushing him up the rankings too. Man, could you imagine Hufi beats Fiziev and then he fights Paddy?
Bro, I think he would do some bad things to Paddy on the feet, though. Paddy better come out and get that single leg real quick. He go in there, dog, real quick.
Dude, that would be nasty, man, for real. Okay, so this one kind of puzzled me a little bit. Talison Teixeira against Tai Tuivasa. I don't know who Tai Tuivasa is right now.
Bro, I don't think he probably knows, man. I mean, first off, the man giving up 8 inches of reach, 5 inches of height. He's on a 5-fight losing streak. Talison Teixeira got big time power in his hands, like 100% finish rate. So I mean, yeah, I don't see this one lasting too long. I think somebody's gonna get knocked out kind of brutally in this fight. And giving up 8 inches in reach is just not where you want to be at heavyweight. And we've kind of seen that with Tai Tuivasa when he fights these bigger guys and they keep him at range. Like he literally just walks on the shots time and time again.
Yeah. I don't want to see that happen to Tuivasa. But unfortunately, man, that reach is real. Before we move forward, Justin Cash, 894. Donated. He said Seahawks gonna clap the Pats cheeks.
We gonna see. I mean,
maybe. But
and And then definitely Grimy says we need to start marketing this ball Snoop shit cross. Hey, that's a good idea. I might need to do that for real, Grimy. Straight up.
if it works,
Mm-hmm. And then like tag Snoop on it.
Snoop gonna be
Hey,
like, man,
Snoop gonna want that check though. Snoop gonna want that check though.
Yeah, that's what he about, getting checks.
Bro, you remember when Snoop did that whole thing where he tweeted about like I'm giving up smoke, and and like the whole internet went crazy, and then the very next day he came out with like a little fire pit type thing with no smoke.
Oh
I
yeah,
said, man,
solo things. Yeah,
bro, I was like, this is expert level marketing right here, dog.
it is. He knew what he doing, man. He didn't figured it out, man. He didn't figured out the game. He figured out how to be himself, but still be able to be marketable to make all his money. Like it's how he's doing it. I don't know how he did it. So back to the card. Dan Hooker against BSD. Like this got to be the #1 contender fight for the BMF belt.
I know one thing, it's gonna be a lot of violence in this fight. And if BSD is smart, he should definitely rinse and repeat what Armin Sarukian did to Dan Hooker. He should not try and keep this fight standing on the feet. And basically what he did to Mauricio Hufi, where he just took him down, beat him up on the ground, and then got that submission. I definitely think that's the path for BSD. But Dan Hooker's a game opponent. If you want to get in there, you want to get into a war, Dan Hooker will happily oblige you, and he's down for the get down.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, I mean, I feel like whoever wins this fight, like they got to be in the running to fight for that belt, pending whatever happens with Max Holloway and Charles Oliveira. And I know they want to, have those fights be big, pinnacle type fights, big eyeball catching fights. But who else in the division has earned it the way that these dudes have earned it? Especially when it comes to Dan Hooker, like just the way that he fights. He reminds me of the way that Dustin and Justin and Eddie Alvarez, those type of guys fight, where it's technical, but there's a lot of heart that goes into it. So I think that he's in that same vein. If he's able to beat BSD, which I'm leaning BSD, just because of the takedowns and stuff. But if he's able to beat BSD, dude, you can't deny him a crack at that belt. And I hope he calls for it if he does win.
I mean, it would make sense. I mean, he's out of the title, the undisputed title contention, but definitely makes sense for BMF though.
Yeah, I think so. Top of the card, man. Alexander Volkanovski against Diego Lopez.
It's the rematch. We've already seen this once. Coming off the loss to Ilya, the two losses to Ilya Topuria and Islam, getting finished in both of them, and then coming in there and pretty much just put a masterclass on Diego Lopez. Really, like Diego Lopez had that one moment, I think it was in the second round, where he dropped Volk. But outside of that, Volk was just using that footwork, the feints, the stance switches, the jab. I just think the fight IQ and the technical skill on the feet from Volk is just on a whole nother level than Diego Lopez. But ultimately, the way Diego Lopez wins this fight, he's just got to beat Volk to the punch one time, because we've already seen he's got big time power. And then he's got to figure out a way to like try and use his grappling game, because this dude is very good on the ground, can hold his own with anybody. Volk's not bad on the ground either, but we've already seen you ain't got a better chance on the feet. So you got to see if you got a better chance on the ground for Diego Lopez. You got to try something new.
Yeah, I think that Lopez will be a lot better than he did the first time. I think this will be a closer fight than it was the first time. But I just think that Volk is just too smart. And he's got enough physical tools still left that he's just able to get out of the way of the big shots. And he does enough to get a decision. That being said, if Lopez does win, though, what do you think that Volk will do?
If Volk loses, I think this year is the last year of Volk. regardless what happens in the fight. But I do think if he were to lose, that this could be it. And if Volk were to win, like if Volk were to win, I think even his next fight was going to be his last fight. Like I think he's pretty much done everything you can do in the division. Two-time champion, the GOAT in the division. Depending who you talk to, of course. I know you like Jose Aldo, but yeah, I don't really know what else is out there for him, because it's not like he can go up to lightweight and try and be a double champion again. Like that ship is sailed. So yeah, that's pretty much what I think he's got left.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Like he doesn't even necessarily need to take, the Movsar Evloev or Lerone Murphy fight to prove anything at this point. Yeah, I don't understand why he would do more, unless it's just what he wants to do, or he's just waiting until he loses to to give up the crown. But yeah, like he wins this fight. Like, to me, he should probably just ride off into the sunset. To be honest.
Makes sense. Definitely makes sense.
But I mean, they get paid money to do this, and it's hard for people to turn down money when it's that type of money. So I don't blame them. I don't blame them,
because it's not like you can go do something else and get this amount of money for one night.
That's true. Who do you think the UFC wants to win?
I think the UFC wants Diego Lopez to win, just so the division can replenish, because you can see that's pretty much what's about to happen. Like, Volk's about to be done. Max Holloway's not here anymore. Ilia Topuria is not here anymore. So literally, like, we're going to see who's going to take the featherweight division to the next chapter, whether that's Lerone Murphy, Movsar Evloev, Diego Lopez, or even Gene Silva. So I mean, this division's at a turning point right now.
Yep, I agree. Okay, so did we miss any fights on 325? I think that was.
Yeah, that was everything.
The good fights, the ones that we know.
Yeah, just like you said, the good fights and the ones we know. Unless you wanted to touch on, like, nah, you don't. I mean, maybe you want to touch on Torres Finney, Jacob Malkoun.
Oh, you talking about shoulders? Oh man, he's always going to be a sideshow a little bit, man. I think.
Yeah,
and that's unfortunate, because I think he works really hard. He worked really hard to get where he is. Was he undisputed middleweight champion of the Contender Series?
Three, I think 2 title defenses on the Contender Series.
Yeah, man, but I think that he's just got to do something that shows that he's different from these other fighters, because I feel like he just keeps on eking by with wins. Like, he's got to be destructive in order for it to really impress people and for people to remember his name.
And I don't think this is the matchup for it. I think this is going to be grappling, and more grappling, because Malkoun, that's all he wants to do is grapple.
Yeah.
Torres Finney, since he's been in the UFC, all he has done is pretty much just laid and prayed on guys. So really, it's going to come down to who gets the first takedown, who gets on top. Because I don't see Torres Finney, if he gets taken down, I don't see him getting up back to his feet against Malkoun. And Malkoun might not be able to get up to his feet if Torres Finney takes him down. So I think we're going to see a lot of grappling in that fight.
Loser goes to PFL. Before we get out of here, man, I had a question for you. All right. And this came up. I was talking to one of my homeboys, and we were just talking about just sports in general and how difficult it is to do certain things or whatever. And so the question was, what's more impressive? Being part of the 40-40 club, that's 40 home runs, 40 stolen bases. Being part of the 50-40-90 club, so shooting 50% from the field, 40% from 3, 90% from the line, or running for 2,000 yards in the NFL.
Man, that is so tough, because it's such a different grind. Like, the NFL thing, like, it's not all about you. Like, you got to do your thing, but at the same time, you need your offensive line to play well. You need the quarterback to be able to make throws when the box is loaded. So football, it's the quintessential team sport, like, for sure. Baseball, it's an individualized sport embedded in a team sport, because and I know you probably think I'm crazy, but like, if you go 4 for 4 with 3 homers and y'all lose like a close game, like, yeah, you're upset y'all lost, but you just had a phenomenal night, and you might be getting some more money. So it's a little different, but hitting the baseball, definitely the toughest thing for sure. I'm actually kind of curious, like, how many guys are in each club for each sport. But the 40-40 thing in baseball is very difficult. Because, I mean, I think I can, off the top of my head, maybe only think of maybe 4 guys that I think that have done it. Shohei Ohtani, Bonds. I think A-Rod might have done it.
Jose Canseco.
Canseco did it?
Yeah.
Interesting. I think Matt Kemp might have done it. One of those, like, when the year he won MVP, he might have done it. But it's very impressive, dude. Very impressive.
I mean, it's very few people in the 50-40-90 club too. Very few. Steve Nash, Dirk, Kyrie, KD, Bird,
Steph,
Steve Nash, Steph. I think that's about the list. I think that's about it.
And that sounds like more names in the baseball list.
That's true. That is true. That's true.
And then 2,000 yards in NFL. Who you got? You know it off the top of your head?
Let's see. Eric Dickerson, Adrian Peterson,
CJ2K.
Johnson. Yeah, I was about to say CJ2K. Chris Johnson, Saquon.
Yep.
Who else?
Jamal Lewis.
OJ Simpson, Jamal Lewis.
So it might be 40-40.
Yeah, I think it might be 44. Did Ronaldo? Is it Ronald Acuna? Did he do it for?
I don't know off the top of my head if he did it. Grimy might be looking at it right now, but I don't know if he did it though. Soriano, that's another good name that definitely had the ability to do it.
I thought he got 30-30. I think that was with the Rangers. I thought he got 30-30, but I could be wrong.
And there's only been one 50-50. That's Shohei, right?
Yeah.
There's
only
only
did 40-40 in 2023. 41 home runs, 73 stolen bases.
Okay.
Yeah. And of course, Barry is the best baseball player.
Barry's the GOAT. I'm sorry. I don't care what anybody says. That is the best. That's the best. That's the greatest baseball player ever.
You know what's interesting is, like, if somebody brings up, Babe Ruth was, I was like, okay. If you give Barry any slack, you got to give slack to Babe Ruth too, because you can't play a sport with only white people, and that's call you the greatest.
And then on top of it, man, Babe Ruth was hitting 82 miles an hour. He wasn't seeing 199. He wasn't seeing that every night.
Yeah, nah. To me, it's Barry, and it's not even debatable, to be honest.
Same.
But yeah, no, I thought that question came up. I thought it would be interesting. I think I tend to agree that the 40-40 club might be the hardest. People discount how hard it is to steal a base too. Very difficult to steal a base.
Especially in the big leagues when they know you're going to steal. It's very difficult.
Yeah, Ricky Henderson, Lou Brock, they stealing when people know. They know you're stealing. And they can't do nothing to stop it.
You see Grimy comment.
Cross convinced my white bias that Barry is the best baseball player. It's because he is, man.
Bro, it's like when you go look at his numbers, the man had like 2 Hall of Fame careers. Like, it is like he got some records that won't ever be approached. I think the only person that could get close and could take him is Shohei. Just because he's going to win the MVPs. I don't think he's going to hit the same amount of homers and steal the same amount of bases as Bonds, but the pitching element makes him very unique. And I think if he continues on his path, he'll have a legit argument. Yeah.
I mean, he's already an all-time great, and he's not even close to being finished with his stuff. But Grimy said that, Mantua, he said that Islam versus Usman is confirmed for the White House.
Let me
Says who?
jump on X real quick, see if that's been confirmed somewhere.
Yeah, I need to see that from Marcel before I believe it.
I gotta get that notification from Marcel on that one, because we already know Ola ain't gonna shut up if that's confirmed.
Bruh, he sure ain't. He is sure not. One more thing before we jump off of here, I wanted to show this. So yeah, hopefully you can see that Paramount 5.9 million viewers, the number of views the first UFC Paramount card peaked at.
That's phenomenal, man. Like when I was streaming, man, so many people were texting me about it, saying that like Paramount is just putting it everywhere, and like people that don't even watch fighting like put it on, went to watch parts just because they just did a good job with the marketing.
Yeah, so hopefully that continues and it gets even bigger. I'm definitely hoping that works out for them. But yeah, before we jump out of here, man, anything you want to let people know about? I know you got the preview up and running.
Yeah, so my UFC 325's video is up. Make sure you go on over there, check that out. Like, comment, subscribe on it. And just got the live streams going. Got this one. We'll be doing another main card watch along on Saturday for UFC 325. So make sure you pull up for that. I may or may not do a stream on Friday, like maybe for like a regional fight card. We'll see. Just got to play that one by ear, but definitely UFC 325.
Yep. And any of y'all that haven't jumped on the Making the Walk channel to check out the top 26 for 2026, make sure y'all go check that out. Let us know how much you agree with me for the top 26 that I made. I definitely sure appreciate that. But yeah, until next time, we will holler at y'all boys for episode 34. Stay warm. I know it's crazy out there, so make sure y'all stay warm and stay safe.
You too, brother. Peace.
Thanks for watching Crosswalk. Come back next Monday to chop it up.
So please, whatever.